Oh shit, I need to close my door. Hey, it's been a while. Just FYI, I'm just going to be talking today. Just kind of give you guys an overview of sort of what's been going on in my life and the things that I've been working through. And there's not going to be alerts, no donos or anything like that. It's just going to be talking. So if you subscribe or give subs, I'm sorry I can't read it. I'm just happy you guys are here, and I'm happy to be here. Yeah, so this is the new room. If you guys saw what this looked like before I moved in, you would have been pretty shocked. It was pretty shitty. So I've been. What is this? Like, I haven't streamed in so long that I'm like looking at some of these alerts or like in the stream chat thing. What's a hype train? I remembered I was trying to set up my stream today, and I was going through my dashboard and I didn't recognize anything. Like, everything was so foreign looking. Yeah. But it's been pretty surreal. This is the first time I've been on Twitch in almost a year. I haven't watched a single stream since last November. Yeah. So it's been interesting. Yeah, and like I don't really care. Feel free to spam the memes at this point. Like I'm well aware of everything that's kind of been going on. I haven't directly read like comments about me or Reddit threads, but I have some friends who essentially tell me, okay, this is like the breakdown. Like 60% of people hate you, 40% people, or like 20% of people are kind of understanding, and 20% of people are just here for the memes. Actually, that's probably more than 20%. So, I kind of know what's going on, and I think at this point it's like funny in a painful way, but I know it's going to be part of this legacy of whatever the fuck it is I am. Yeah, so I don't even know where to get started. I feel like there's so much to talk about. So much. Oh, yeah. The last time I streamed, I had silver hair. I don't think I'd ever go back to having colored hair anymore, unfortunately. Yeah, no colored hair, no colored room. Yeah. Yeah. All these people telling me to play Fall Guys or Among Us. I don't think that's going to happen, to be honest. That involves having friends who will play with you. At this point, I think I want to do most of my content solo for the time being. Yeah. Yeah, but I also don't really enjoy like those type of games. I like games where I have more control over my own fate. I also don't recognize some of these expressions people are using. What is Sag? What does that mean? feel like I'm a year behind in Twitch emotes and Twitch memes and Twitch culture. It's an emote? I don't even know how to add that. But yeah, I guess I should get some things out of the way, since I know I'm probably going to be asked this over and over again for many, 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 many streams to come. Yeah. All right, so first off, I guess let's just get this party started. So one, I know I said I got canceled in my video, but I think it was a choice that I made. Like I knew I could have came back a lot earlier, but I didn't feel like I felt like if I came back too soon, then I didn't actually change myself, and I was just rushing to kind of get back to my career and to streaming and kind of sweep that all under the rug. When I came back, I wanted to be sure that I had done the work that I needed to do for myself, and that I could come back and read the memes and like read the things that people are saying about me and know that that's not the person that I am now. And there's people who are going to believe that I'm just bullshitting and lying to you guys, and there's nothing that I can do to change your mind, and I've come to terms with that. So hold me accountable if you see me being hypocritical or not acting the way that I should. Call me out. But yeah, I feel like I'm just at the point where I'm kind of able to sort of stand on my own 2 feet and kind of face the music, as they say. Yeah, and the other thing I want to clear up is I think people thought the video was supposed to be an apology video, which I thought it was pretty clear it was never meant to be one. Like, first of all, I would have never put out a video like that had I not tried to apologize and resolve things with all the people involved privately. If they weren't comfortable with me streaming or putting content out again, I don't think I would have. And two, I ran the video idea by like everyone involved or people that would be affected by it. So it wasn't like it came out of nowhere. So yeah. I think no matter what I did as like a comeback video, return video, I think there's no way that I could have gone about it without people kind of questioning my intent. If I made a 30-minute drama, like beauty mukbang drama video where I'm just talking to the camera, like people like, this guy's lying to us. He doesn't feel any emotions. He doesn't feel sorry for what he did. So I'm like, well, if people are going to feel that way, regardless of what I actually do, like I want to make something that hopefully is, transcends my immediate situation. Like I want to make a video. I wanted to make a video that kind of encapsulates the feelings of knowing you fucked up really badly. Like not in a way where it's, you can like justify it, just, truly fucked up, no excuses, and like how do you get better from that? Yeah. And I just remember going on YouTube and like typing in videos to see if like there's like anyone who like made something that I could like relate to. And all I found were inspirational videos of people who were victims of horrible, horrible things, and then, or videos of people overcoming incredible adversity. But the hardships that they were dealt, like were not ones that they created themselves. And I think it's because if you make a video talking about like your fuck up, like it just gets disliked, downvoted to hell because, no one wants. I think people don't want to see someone, um, try to get better because it comes across as like you're defending yourself, you're rationalizing your choices, that it was, my past and my trauma that made me do this, right? But I think the reality is, life has a lot of nuance. People aren't perfect. Fuck ups, bad decisions, mistakes. They're all like integral parts of the human experience. And I think we don't want to admit that that's true for a lot of us. And so when people fuck up, we want to just condemn and exile them because it makes us feel like we're doing something active to kind of get rid of the bad parts of our community. And then like when we get rid of them, then we feel like we finally done our job, our communities are clean, the evil's purged, we can go back to enjoying our wholesome good content. But I think the problem runs a lot deeper than that, and that simply just getting rid of individual cases is not really going to change much. Yeah. So like putting aside the message, I think the video itself was more like a visual journal diary entry for me. I've been journaling pretty much every day, kind of talk about, like one good thing that happened to me today, and like the things that I'm grateful for. And some days it's pretty hard to think of one, but I found that it's been getting easier. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And I think I see some people saying that I'm trying to be a victim Andy, is that what they call it? But, it's like, why'd you cheat? Why'd you do that? And I think the answer is, hey, look, I don't owe you an explanation as to I don't owe you an explanation for what I did or didn't do. That's strictly a private matter, and I don't think any good comes from kind of dragging up events that happened a year ago. And I just want to state this on the record that, I made a bunch of choices that I knew were wrong, and I knew the consequences of my actions, and did them anyways because doing the right thing at the time seemed even more frightening and challenging. I was very, very selfish. I let my cowardice and my selfishness get the better of me, and I ended up hurting a lot of people that I cared a lot about. I've lived my life wanting to make people happy, and I've always done my best to try and make that so. And so the irony of my situation is not lost on me. Like, trust me. Like I understand, like it doesn't make sense if that's the case. You know, and there isn't a day that goes by where I don't think of, kind of the damage that I've caused, because I know the shit runs deep. It cuts deep. It causes, I'm sure with people that I've hurt, suffer from like self-confidence issues, questioning their self-worth, their attractiveness, their success. But I just want to make it really clear that it was never about, what Lily did or didn't do. It was always like a projection of my own insecurities and my own, flaws. I wasn't really looking for someone else. I was looking to be someone else because I wasn't happy with the person that I was. I mean, like on paper I had everything. Oh. I think on paper, if you looked at like my situation, it's like, what more could you want, right? You're a loving relationship, a group of friends that care a lot about you, a supportive community, a successful career. But I just didn't feel like, I just felt like a fraud. I felt like I kind of stumbled upon all of it. I didn't deserve it. The love, the validation, that I didn't earn my place. I wasn't really much of anything like before I was a part of like, that community. And I felt like if you took away like all my connections with, these people, my relationship, my job, like I just didn't know if the person underneath it all like had anything of value. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, I think my life got so hectic, and the blurring of the lines between my personal life, my career, my perception of my identity just kind of got all fucked up. And I just never, I guess, had the courage to tell people that I needed help because I didn't like the things that I was thinking or the things that I was feeling. And knowing that the things that I could say or that I was feeling would affect a lot more than just me. And I'm not asking for people to forget, what happened. I don't want to forget. And I'm actually scared, that 5, 10 years from now, I'm going to look back at this and be like, well, that wasn't so bad. But I think it's always going to be a painful memory. And I don't want to trivialize kind of the way that I feel and the way that people must have felt. So that's why I'm kind of okay with the memes, that stuff. Because it's like a reminder to me, just, don't fuck up like that again. So. So yeah. Get it all out now. Spam all the memes. I just remembered, I stopped using social media pretty much as soon as it happened. I haven't really used Twitter besides posting, I guess, my video and that I was live today. I generally don't look at my feeds for anything. And so, I had to fill my time somehow. So I go on Reddit and followed all of the streaming related subreddits. And one of the things I do is I go to our manga, and every day I'll just look to see what are the most liked posts for that day. Usually it's so I can keep track of when popular mangas I'm reading get updates. But sometimes I'll find new ones that are up and coming. Yeah, and I remember reading one that was like a comedy, harem manga that is now very popular. And I remember reading it, I'm like, oh, this is pretty funny. It's very subversive. And I was like, I wonder what people have to say about this. And after reading the chapter, I scroll through the comments, and the first thing I see is the pick a card meme. And I'm like, oh, god damn it. I thought I was safe. Yeah. But I think at this point, I think humor is sort of the only way to kind of diffuse the feelings that you feel when you don't know how else to process it. Dr. K. I've heard a lot about Dr. K. In my hiatus. I would not be opposed to going on that show. I'm not sure if I have anything of value to contribute to. But at this point, I'm just trying to do my own thing. And I know that, people aren't likely to want to associate with me. So, and I don't want to put people in a position where they have to kind of be nice to me. So I haven't really talked to anyone that hasn't reached out to me first. reading through chat. Let's see. Well, it seems pretty much like what I thought it was going to be like. And, it is what it is. I accept the consequences of my actions. So, feel free to go ham. And I guess this would be a good time. I see some questions alluding to this as well. I think this would be a good time to clear some things up, let some more things up. Just like making it clear, like what's going on. I think some people think I still talk to Sarah. I stopped talking to her pretty much as soon as, shit hit the fan. I felt so guilty and ashamed that I felt like it was like the right thing to do. In retrospect, I feel like maybe it was kind of the uncompassionate thing to do because I dragged her into the situation and kind of just like, well, I fucked up. Sorry, bye. And so I don't really know how she's doing or anything about that, but I hope she's doing okay. And I stopped, and I had talked to Lily for a bit, and we both came to the mutual understanding that, like, if we were to ever have a semblance of a friendship again, that the only thing that we could do is just have time apart. And so I haven't talked to her in over half a year. And for the people I talk to in like OTV and like that circle of friends, there's a handful of people that I talk to. Like I said earlier, just people who reached out to me. I haven't reached out to anyone who hasn't reached out to me just because I don't want to put them in that situation. Yeah, because I don't want them to feel like they're betraying their friends and talking to me. And for the Fed thing, to be fully transparent, I had reached out to him. I think when I first heard the news, I felt pretty vindicated. I didn't see any of these streams or clips specifically, but I had heard from some friends that he was the one who went in hardest on me back when, the news first hit, the internet. And especially since I knew sort of the context of what he himself had done, but I wasn't like in any position to kind of call him out on it. It's not like I had the moral high ground in any way. So when I heard what happened, I was like, oh, it's karma's just doing its work. But then I kind of thought back. I remember when I was in Japan and I was in a hotel room by myself, just kind of in my thoughts, being like, man, is there, like, I don't know if I can see a future for myself that would, yield me any sort of happiness from this moment onwards. And it felt like that was how it was going to be for the rest of my life. And I had wished someone had talked to me and said that, you fucked up, but life goes on. It's not the end. Yeah, and also just to be clear, I'm not in any way condoning or excusing what Fed did. I think when you do something like that, what the consequences are, and that there's no amount of rationalization or mental gymnastics that you'll have to do to ever come to the conclusion that it's okay. Regardless of your past, your upbringing, what mental or emotional state that you're in. But from what I hear from friends, I don't know. I didn't actually read any of the Reddit threads about this. It doesn't seem like the people that he's hurt wants to see him in court or in jail. They just want to see him be better, because I think despite what he did, I think he's also contributed a lot of good to a lot of people's life, whether people want to admit it or not. Yeah, and I don't see a clear path for him ever to kind of rejoin that offline TV community. I think the damage has been done, and in that sense, it's pretty. I think when you breach trust and boundaries to that extent, it's hard to ever kind of regain that trust back in that kind of environment. But I think if he kind of makes efforts to like address his issues and become better, I think his skills and his personality has a lot of benefits, a lot of positive things about it, and I think it'd be amiss for him to never have a place to showcase that in the future. And so I strongly believe that there is a place for him somewhere. Don't know if it's on Twitch or YouTube, but I hope the best for that dude. I think people talk about Michael. I think that was the situation that was the hardest for me to sort of process. No matter what you guys may think, I considered Lily and Michael to be, my two closest, like two of the people closest to me in my life, at that time. And so it felt like I didn't just lose, my relationship, my job, my community, but also my best friends. And at this point, I've kind of come to terms with it. I think life is short. We just want to be happy, in whatever ways that we can. And I'm not going to fault people for, trying to be happy, and I think that's the best thing that I could wish for them. I'm still trying to figure out, I'm still piecing my life back together slowly but surely, and I have friends in all sorts of places that kind of support me and have been helping me through this. So I'm not literally alone, out here doing my own thing. But yeah. Dude, I've never seen the chat be so divided before. But I thought I'd be more bothered by what people are saying, but I feel I know myself pretty well now to know kind of what I'm about and the things that I believe in. So, you're welcome to your opinion. Say whatever you want. I think if you keep watching my streams, you'll, come to know me better again. I'm just trying to do the things I want to do. Stream, make videos. Yeah, I think along those lines, I'm also trying. I don't think I'm really meant to be a streamer. I think I only got caught up in streaming because it was the first thing in my life that made me money. You know, I was making YouTube videos before that made me no money because all the I only did covers, and it's hard to monetize those. And so I think I fell into the trap of, oh wow, like I can just turn on my stream, make money, get that instant gratification, feels really good. And I kind of lost sight of the kind of content I actually want to make, which is more things like the video I put out. I've been working on a lot of original music. All the music that I used in the video is, are tracks from an album that I've been working on for the past year. And I'm trying to make more of it. And I've been working on other stuff as well. Let's see. Let's see. I finally learned how to do the Rubik's Cube blindfolded using the M2 solve. The M2 method. I think the one I was using was the old Pachman method before, and it was like way slower. And I've been reading more. I've been getting into something called beglery, which is kind of like a butterfly knife that you're allowed to carry in public. And so I've been practicing this for a couple of weeks now, but I'm trying to learn more skill toys. And then I think this is probably the weirdest one that I've been working on, which is stenography, which is, I'll probably get into another stream, but it's just this very useless, very niche skill that I've been practicing for like the last 3 or 4 months. And I picked up like 3 or 4 new instruments, with the mandolin being one of them. But this is I don't think this is quite a fair comparison because the strings are the same as the violin. So, yeah. And then I've been baking a lot of bread. So, I just fed this earlier today. So you can see kind of all the activity, the yeast activity. Okay, it kind of looks gross when I show it like this, so maybe I won't do that. I don't want to get shit on. So my coffee setup, I think I'm gonna save those for like future streams. I think most of my streams from here on out are gonna be me just doing the things that I normally do in my life. So making coffee, baking bread, learning something new, talking about filmmaking, music making, or learning new stuff that I haven't even shown yet. I don't think I'll be playing too many video games unless it's a video game that I know people don't really want to play because it's too stressful. Yeah. And yeah, of course I'll still be doing magic and all that good stuff. I've been practicing a lot of new things in the last year. I don't know if I do a workout stream though. do I have a stream schedule? I think I'm going to be streaming a lot less frequently from here on out. I'll probably only be streaming, I would say 2 or 3 times a week. And then the rest of it, I'll be working on YouTube videos and music. And you'll see if you want to you want to see when that stuff is being put out, you can follow my socials, which I'm planning on changing to just my name at some point. I think Sleightlymusical as a channel is not going to be alive for much longer. I never really had any personal attachment to the name. I think that's back when I wanted to do music and magic as like my brand, it's like combining the two. But I think at this point, I just want to stream my life and kind of the things I'm passionate about, which is music and magic, but a lot more than that as well. So it's just, yeah. All right. I think this was just going to be a short stream, so I'm probably going to end the stream in a couple of minutes. I just wanted to kind of give you guys an update on what I've been up to, what I've been working on, and how I feel about the whole situation. Yeah. I just wanted to kind of get back into making my own content, no drama. I don't feel any animosity or kind of pain towards, specific people or communities. I just want to kind of do my own thing. So I don't know when my next stream will be. Maybe it will be on Tuesday. I don't know. I still got to figure out my internet situation here. Some days it's good, some days it's bad. Lucky that today was decent. That's all I have to say, really. I will see you guys all some other day. Have a good night or good morning, depending on which part of the world you're watching this from.